Good morning, everyone. Hey now, March 20th, day 79 on the Appalachian Trail. I keep saying Appalachian. You know the trail, the AT. Where to start? Yesterday we got picked up by, I believe it's Spotter. I'll have to double check to make sure I got his trail name right. Super cool dude. Picked us up and took us to the Stanimals, where we met Glenn, and they had another hiker there, two hikers there actually. One was Trax and Mice Killer. Two really cool dudes. Had a nice time chatting with them, and cooked up a couple pizzas, and then got some showers, did some laundry, got to bed, and now this morning we got up and had some Glenn cooked some pancakes. Were really good. Had some coffee, and Spotter just brought us up to, I think we're in Buena Vista, and dropped us off, and we're gonna do a 22-mile slack pack back to the hostel. It is 9 o'clock and we just got on trail, so supposed to be a pretty chill day, the way that they're describing, so we'll see. Hopefully we'll get some really cool views. Pretty cold to start out, but it should warm up into the low 40s, so I dressed for the low 40s and hoping for the best. Other than that, that's the lowdown so far for the day at the start. Like I said, hope, first of all, we see something cool, we'll let you know, and I hope you have a good week. Happy Monday, everybody's favorite day of the week. And let's go see what we can see. Kind of crunchy out here because it did get cold last night, real cold. So let's go see what we can find. Pretty nice woods here right now. 0.7 checked out. She's a trip. She wakes up in the morning and limping like she could barely move, get on trail, boom, she gone. I get up limping and continue limping all day. But anyway, something's always sore when you're on the trail. And 9 times out of 10, when you're walking down, you know you're going to go up, and it always takes you to the highest point that you can see. All right, let's go get some views. Hey now, got a picture with Push. That's about the, I don't know, 4th time, something like that, we've run into him on trail. We stayed with him at the shelter the one time. Heck of a nice guy. He's doing a super short day and taking the rest of the day off today, so we might see him tomorrow because we're both gonna start from the same spot. So it was neat to see him and finally get a picture with him, and look forward to running into him again. Good dude. And Mice Killer, we should be running into him. He left the hostel today. He was starting his through hike today, and he's going to do a flip-flop. So at some point we should run into him, unless, you know, we're on a side trail or he's on a side trail or something like that happens, because It's happened before. And the guy we met the other day, Encore, sounds like he was coming to the hostel today. So neat to see these guys and talk to them and socialize a little bit. Pretty cool. Good stuff. Anyway, we're just walking along the creek right here. It's pretty neat. Let me get some video. You always get that feeling that somebody's behind you. That's because there is. Here she comes. All right. Before my fingers fall off my hand, put this phone away unless something cool pops up. But beautiful part of the woods. But we're down in the holler. It's a little chilly, Willie. Gonna be a good day. Living along Brown Mountain Creek. The hills and hollows along the Appalachian Trail hold many secrets that a keen eye and creative imagination can unravel. As you travel south along the next 1.4 mile section of the trail, you can see the remnants of a small farm community along Brown Mountain Creek. It was a unique community in that the inhabitants were freed slaves. Here, living as sharecroppers, they raised tobacco, oats, wheat, and corn. Former resident Mr. Taft Hughes explained how the sharecroppers paid rent. My dad paid a fourth of the crop. If you owned your team, you only paid a fourth. But if you didn't own your team and the landlord had to furnish a team, you had to give half of what you made. There was a grist mill in the community that ground corn, grist mill in the community that ground corn to make cornmeal. The sharecroppers paid Joe Davis, the mill owner, 1/8 of their corn in payment for grinding their corn. This community disbanded in the early 1920s when they sold their land to the forest. Wow, this is the most I read in a long time. There you have it, peoples. All right, now we're way behind. But that picture you just saw, that is Adam and Evie. We've been seeing their logs in the log books and signed at the boards at hostels, and it was neat to finally get to meet them. A really cool dude. All right. Looks like we're starting to go up now. It's time to get it. Got some ice down there. Pretty neat. Hard to leave places like this, but we got to get going. Nice and flat like this. Good for a little trail running. I got a little bit in earlier, but that's because there was a privy up there. And we needed to get to it. But yeah, you could do some trail running on here real easy. So I think we're going to do a little bit, catch up to point 7. Let's go find something cool to take a picture of. School is in session again. Memories of the Brown Mountain Creek community. As you travel north along the next 1.4 mile section of the Appalachian Trail, watch for the remains of an abandoned community. Freed slaves built and lived in this small farm community in the early 1900s. The memories and insights into life on Brown Mountain Creek came from a former resident, Mr. Taft Hughes, during an oral interview with the Forest Service. The homes were small and the people were hardworking. The food was simple but nourishing. Mr. Hughes remembered his mother's ash cakes, which were cooked on the hearth covered with ashes and coals. She would take them out of there, and she had a special broom made from broom corn. She'd sweep them off real good, then would wash them. You didn't taste any ashes from them, but they were much sweeter than if you baked them in a stove. Much sweeter. We'd eat them right there, and lots of times for supper, we'd have that and a glass of milk. I wished I had one now. It would be impossible to match the flavor. Alrighty. Pretty cool stuff. A lot of history down here. Beautiful area. All right, time for some afterburners. There's the creek way down there. We ended up crossing it, doing a little rock hop. Now we're heading up the mountain. But as you can see, it's smooth and just a slow, gentle incline, which is rare. So I'll take it. Hey now, hey now. We're just rolling along, and we ran into Zombie. Zombie went from, I think he said Port Clinton to Katahdin, and then now he's patching everything up to finish everything in a calendar year. But nice guy. Talked with him for a little bit, and we may run into him again, and would look forward to it. Seemed like a really nice guy. But meeting a lot of people out here today, and I know of at least one more, and I would imagine it might be more than that. It's pretty neat to get to talk to people, and some of them have some pretty interesting stories. But other than that, just plugging away. Hey now, I guess we are still going to be coming in contact with the Blue Ridge Parkway. Was looking at some of the agenda for today, and we're going to be at the Punch Bowl Overlook, which crosses the Blue Ridge Parkway. So I was wrong. Apparently we're not done with it, and we still are going to have some contact with it, which is good because that means we're going to get some views. So stay tuned. I'm learning as we go too. Cool. Shake, rattle, and roll. We're starting some of that climb of the 4,000 and some feet, but after further review, have to blow foul. After further review, it was determined that was not a hawk, it was an owl, and it responded to my owl calls about as much as it did the hawk call. Like, what in the hell is wrong with this nut? But it's pretty cool. At least got to see an owl. Been hearing quite a bit of them during the day while we're hiking. Actually got to see one. Hope it's the first of many. All right, let me finish dying. I think we finally reached the top of this mountain, but there's a big one right there. And if history repeats itself, that's where we're headed. Whew. Anyway, we got a little milestone coming up here. Let me see if I can find it. 800 miles. Clicking them off. We're coming up a big climb, and we just crested and we're going downhill a little bit, and that's when she clicked over. So yeah, another milestone. Now we're gonna head up north and look for 900. Well, here we are on the Blue Ridge Parkway. Gonna take a little lunch break. Was really hoping we get to see my buddy Gary, but guess it didn't work out. But pretty good view for lunch. So we're gonna have a seat and enjoy some food. Climbing Bluff Mountain. Have a pretty good view in this little opening. Point 7's coming up from down there. And winds on up through. All right. Old fire tower. Now, when you got a big climb, this is worth it. Pretty cool. This is the other side. cliffs. That's what they call this spot. Pretty cool. And there's the bridge that we crossed yesterday. Hey now, it is 20:06. We have a 7 o'clock extraction again. We have about 4.5 miles. So a lot of climbs today, some pretty good views. Overall, was a nice day in the woods. I don't know if I said earlier, but that last picture, I'll put it in, is Mouse Killer. Oh, wait a second. We got another view. Check this out. Deer. Sure is purty. Be nice to sit right there and take a break. It's a pretty steep drop here. Boy, it sure is beautiful. All right, let's get down off this mountain. As I was saying, we got to see Mice Killer. Got a picture taken with him, and then we're getting a couple good views here before we have our final descent. But yeah, it's absolutely beautiful here. There's another opening, just gorgeous. But anyway, gonna head back to the hostel and get something to eat. Gonna have to wash clothes again. Point 7 did the smart thing. She wore her loaner clothes. I wasn't so smart. Anyway, we get back down to the parking lot. We'll get the final day tally of mileage and whatnot. Hopefully we see some more cool stuff. Catch you in a bit. We are on our final descent. A lot of leaves today. A lot of dry leaves on rocks, making it really slick. Nobody went down. That's a good thing. We both feel really good. I mean, this will be I think a 22-mile day. I'll check to make sure when we get to the bottom, but no showstoppers. Of course, we got some sore feet, but her foot's probably a little bit more sore than mine, but I managed to jam a stick in the top of my sore foot and also jam my toe 3 more times today, so that was a success. But other than that, can't complain. Feel pretty good for having 800 miles on. But anyway, we'll see see at the bottom unless we see cool stuff. Those are the cliffs we were just at. Pretty wild. We're going down rapidly. Hey now, hey now. We are on track to arrive early for our 7 o'clock extraction. For a good part of the day, we were doing over 3 miles an hour. And with all the climbs, over 45 miles the last 2 days, my hamstrings and my gluteus maximus are sore. Did a lot of climbing. It's all good. But we have less than a mile to the same spot we were at yesterday, and we'll get extracted. So let me look up the mileage and all that good stuff, and I'll get back with you. We're hitting some switchbacks, and 0.7 just yelled down, "Are you running or what?" He said, "We've been moving today." I'll wait for her and then get my ream, and I'll be getting yelled at. But we're close to the parking lot. Hey now, we got a full house tonight. We got Encore, Flatlander, Papa Boots, Cayenne, all good people. So it's a special thank you to Spotter. He came and picked us up. We came back and he had bratwurst, beans, potato salad, chips. I mean, this guy's off the hook. Real good guy. And thank you again. Can't say enough how good a dude that this guy is. And a real good friend of mine, Gary Whalen, and his wife Janie tried to hook up with us today. Just couldn't make it happen. But they stopped at the hostel here and left some beer and paid for a night for 0.7 and I at the hostel. So such good people. Totally blessed to have them in our lives, and I can't wait to see them soon. We were dropped off at Route 60 this morning, and we hiked back to 501, which was a 22-mile day. So gonna get some laundry done, get a shower, go visit with these guys, and supposed to be really nice the next couple days, but they're calling for an inch of rain on Friday, so that doesn't sound too good. So other than that, March 20th, day 79, got 22 miles in, and it's already 10 after 8, so It's been a day. So hope you had a good day, and we'll talk to you in the morning.